Hi there, I am Cheryl. I wanted to make a video to help some people out. I had somebody ask me what type of yoga poses are good to lose weight and for beginners. So people that aren't really into yoga and what they primarily want to do is lose weight, but they want to do it through yoga. Now, I am not a yoga instructor. I'm not a fitness professional. I'm not certified in any type of yoga or fitness. I just love fitness and I love yoga, and I just wanted to help. I want to help whoever I can. So this is strictly my opinion. These are my favorite beginner yoga poses that I think as I'm doing them, I can feel most of my muscles working. So I'm sure that, I know that there are a ton of other ones out there, and I'm sure there are a lot of other beginner ones that will help as well. These are just my favorites and the ones that I do most often. So I'm just kind of going to I'm going to talk about them as I walk you through them a little bit. I recommend for an actual workout, I'm only going to hold them for a few seconds each, but I do recommend for an actual workout to hold them for 30 seconds to a minute, just kind of depending on how long of a workout you want. And if you're done with everything and you still want another workout, do them over again. There's no harm in just restarting them and doing them over again. So I've got about 10 to 15 different poses that I'm just kind of going to go through quickly, and then you can just hold the poses as long as you would like when you're actually going through them. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic vinyasa. So here's the vinyasa. Arms up, flat back, down, come up to flat back, put your hands on the ground again, bend your knees, jump back, and go down into upward dog, and then down to downward dog. And you can hold this one for a few moments if you would like. And then we're going to look back up, we're going to jump, or you can step it if you can't jump. Straighten your legs out, go back up to flat back, back down, and come back up. And exhale down. Okay, now that one you can do, I would recommend to do it about 3 times or so at least, because that one's not one that you really hold, so maybe do that like 3 times in the beginning. And then now we're going to start the vinyasa to get down to crescent pose. So this is kind of what we just did. Come back up to flat back, hands to the ground, jump or step back, down, chaturanga, up to upward dog, and down to downward dog. Now we're going to lift our foot in the air, and we're going to bring it in the middle of our hands, and we're going to come up into crescent pose. And now you can hold this one for 30 seconds to a minute if you would like. Come back down to downward dog, and we're going to do it with the other foot. Back to crescent pose with this one. Your legs as flat as you can, as flat as you can make it, and your back leg straight. Woo! Okay, and then you can come back down and downward dog. And then we're going to lift our foot again. This time we're going to go into warrior 1. So see, my back foot is going to go sideways. My front foot is going to go into the middle of my back foot. And then I'm going to come up. And then to warrior 2. Back up to warrior 1. And for a little bit of a more advanced option, come up to warrior 3. And back down, and like I said, you can hold all of these for longer than what I'm doing them. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Warrior 1, warrior 2, and then warrior 3. This one is great for balance right here. Okay, come back down. And now, we can go to downward dog a minute again for a second.
And then we can come into plank and hold your plank for a little while. This really works your core. Tighten your glutes, tighten your core. Everything is tight and working. Your hands directly under your shoulders. You can come down into an elbow plank. Hold that for a little bit. Come back up. You can take a short rest into child's pose. As you're in child's pose, stretch your hands out. And then come back up. And the next one is a side plank. So this here is a side plank. To be a little bit more advanced, you can put your leg up. And then we'll do it on the other side as well. Okay, and then back into downward dog. Now we're going to look up, step up, and we're going to come into chair pose. So your weight is in your heels, and you're down as low as you can get. The lower the better, and reaching up with your hands. Okay, so from there, you can go into tree pose. So tree pose is, here I'll face you so you can see it a little bit better. Tree pose is where you tuck your leg up. If you can only have it this far, that's fine to start. Don't ever put it on your knee. That's bad if you're pushing it against your knee. But the most advanced is to have it all the way up here. And hold this for a little bit. You can also put your arms up. And to make it a little bit harder, you can look up. That tests your balance a little bit more. So then you can do this side, same thing. However you want to do it, just hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, and then now we will do triangle pose. So when you're on your mat, have your feet just a little bit outside of your mat, but I'm going to go forward so you can see. And then put your arms out. Stretch, actually put that leg or that foot facing that way. Stretch as far out as you can. Go straight down and put your arm up and try and make it as flat as you can here. And then come back up. Flex your abs as you're coming up and going down. And then on the other side as well. Okay. And then, all right, now we're going to do our vinyasa again, and we're going to get down on the floor a little bit. So we're going to go back to up to our vinyasa. Flat back. Hands touch the ground and jump or step back. Now what we're going to do, actually we'll do our chaturanga up to an upward dog. Downward dog. Downward, and when you're in downward dog, you're pushing your butt up to the sky. You're pushing your heels down as far to the ground, but without touching the ground. And your shoulders are out of your ears, so you're pushing your shoulders away from you as much as you can. So it's all a big stretch. Now we're going to come down under our stomach, and we're going to go into Superman. So Superman, you're just holding everything up. If it's a little tough for you to do that, if you're a beginner, you can always leave your feet down first to start and try it with just your hands. Okay, and now this is a more advanced move, so you can skip it if you're not ready for it, or you can try it if you're it's not super advanced, but it is a little bit more. It's crow. So if you put your knees into your elbow or into your arms, put your hands on the floor, and then you come up and your legs go off the floor. You can hold that for as long. I'll do it in the front so you can see it here too. So my arms are into my knees here, my hands are on the ground, and I'm coming forward a little bit. This is very good balance, and it's very good for your upper arms. Okay. And then, if you want, I can't even do this one very well, but a even more advanced one that I'm working on is to have your legs out off the ground. And then try that on both sides. Now, next, another good one is boat pose. So your legs are straight, your arms are straight, and you're just holding them. See, I'm even shaking a little bit because it is tough. This is really going to work your core and your leg muscles to keep them up. Okay, so you can hold that for a little bit. And then now we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch it all out, get our bodies to relax a little bit. So stretch out your legs, one side, and then bring your leg up, and that stretches out this glute here. And then set it to the ground and do a spinal twist. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Like I said, you can hold these for longer than when I'm doing them. I'm just doing them quick so the video is not super long. You can hold them for as long as you'd like to. And then another spinal twist. And lastly, we're going to lay on our backs. And I love to stretch out my spine. So I'm going to do a spinal twist this way, just holding this, this leg, crossing this leg over the other, and pushing your knee to the ground as much as you can, using your hand. Your other arm is straight out. And then the other side. Come here, Kayla. Come here. Okay, and then now, to relax, just lay down and just let everything just sink into the ground and just relax for about a minute. Once you're done, slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes, wake them up a little bit, and then roll to the side and come up slowly. Now, like I said, you can hold those poses for, 30 seconds to a minute. I would advise, if you're really looking for a really good workout, hold them each for a minute. Be sure to do the same on both sides. Hold the same on each side so you're getting the same workout on both sides. If you have any questions, comment below if you would like, or get a hold of me. Check out www.CherylThorntonFitness.com. I'll have that in the description below to see more tips that I might have. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it and it helped.